In 1955, the American auto industry was hitting its stride with flashy designs, big engines, and bold features. Yet for low-income buyers, the options were far less appealing. These budget-friendly cars were often stripped down, underpowered, and suffered from a host of reliability issues that left owners frustrated. Here are the top 10 most disappointing American cars from 1955 that low-income buyers could afford.
Dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support.
Number 10. 1955 Chevrolet 150. The 1955 Chevrolet 150 was marketed as an entry-level model within Chevrolet's lineup, targeted at buyers seeking a no-frills, budget-friendly vehicle. While it was affordable, the Chevrolet 150 was ultimately hindered by a combination of underwhelming performance, rust issues, and minimal interior amenities. These factors made the car appealing to cost-conscious buyers in the short term, but frustrating for those hoping for reliability and longevity. The Chevrolet 150 was positioned as Chevrolet's most economical choice, stripped down to the essentials to appeal to low-income buyers. It lacked many of the luxury and convenience features found in other models, such as the Bel Air and 210, and was designed to be as budget-friendly as possible. The car targeted budget buyers, including small businesses and fleet operators, who valued affordability over features. The 150 offered a basic transportation solution, but sacrificed refinement and durability in the process. To keep costs low, the Chevrolet 150 had a bare-bones interior, with few comfort or convenience features. There was minimal upholstery, limited chrome trim, and a lack of soundproofing, which led to a noisy and uncomfortable driving experience. The dashboard was simple, with only the most basic gauges and controls. This made it feel sparse, especially compared to other models in Chevrolet's lineup, and was disappointing even by entry-level standards. The Chevrolet 150 was plain, with minimal trim or decorative elements on the exterior. It lacked the signature styling that defined Chevrolet's higher-end models, making it look utilitarian and unappealing compared to its siblings. The 150 typically came equipped with Chevrolet's smaller engine options, such as the 235 cubic inch inline-six, which provided modest power output. The engine was underpowered, struggling with acceleration and speed, especially when loaded with passengers or cargo. While this engine was sufficient for basic commuting, it didn't provide the spirited performance some buyers may have hoped for, especially considering the more powerful V8 options available in other models. The 150's lackluster engine limited its appeal among those who wanted any semblance of performance. One of the Chevrolet 150's most persistent problems was its tendency to rust quickly. Chevrolet used low-cost materials and minimal rust protection on the 150, which made it highly susceptible to corrosion. For budget-conscious buyers, this quickly turned into an unexpected burden as rust started to compromise the body structure. In regions with high humidity or salt exposure, such as coastal or snowy areas, rust issues were especially problematic. Body panels, floorboards, and undercarriage components often developed rust, leading to visible deterioration and reducing the car's structural integrity over time. While the Chevrolet 150 was cheap to buy initially, its rust issues and underpowered engine led to frequent repairs and bodywork, which could be costly. This negated some of the car's affordability and proved frustrating for owners who bought it as an economical choice. The rust-prone body and basic design of the Chevrolet 150 meant that it had a low resale value. Owners looking to upgrade often found themselves stuck with a car that few people wanted, especially if the body had visible rust damage. For buyers who chose the Chevrolet 150 expecting low-cost ownership, the rust repairs and underwhelming engine performance proved frustrating and costly over time, especially given the car's limited lifespan. The 1955 Chevrolet 150 offered a low-cost, stripped-down transportation option, but it came at the expense of performance, durability, and long-term value. With a bare-bones interior, underpowered engine, and severe rust issues, the Chevrolet 150 may have met the needs of budget-conscious buyers in the short term, but ultimately proved disappointing for those seeking reliable, long-lasting transportation. The Chevrolet 150 stands as an example of how cutting corners on quality can lead to a vehicle that fails to deliver value over time, especially when durability and performance are sacrificed in the name of affordability. Number 9, 1955, Pontiac Chieftain. The 1955 Pontiac Chieftain was designed to capture attention with its distinctive styling and newly available V8 engine. However, despite its fresh look and respectable power, the Chieftain fell short in several key areas, particularly with ride comfort, reliability, and interior durability. These issues created challenges for owners, turning what seemed like a stylish and affordable car into a source of frequent frustration and unexpected expenses. Positioned as a solid choice between Chevrolet's entry-level models and Buick's higher-end offerings, the Pontiac Chieftain aimed to attract mid-range buyers with its balance of affordability, performance, and style. The 1955 Chieftain marked Pontiac's introduction of the Stratostreak V8 engine, a move intended to compete with other brands offering more powerful engines. While the V8 provided a boost in power, it also introduced a host of mechanical problems that complicated ownership. The Chieftain's suspension was stiff and unrefined, leading to a notably rough ride. Drivers and passengers experienced jolts and vibrations over uneven roads, which contrasted with the smoother rides of competitors like Ford and Chevrolet. The lack of advanced suspension tuning contributed to the discomfort, particularly on longer journeys. On top of a rough ride, the Chieftain's handling was cumbersome, with body roll on corners and an unsteady feel at higher speeds. This made it feel unstable for those looking for a more composed driving experience. The new V8 engine was often plagued with overheating problems, especially during warmer months or in heavy traffic. The cooling system struggled to keep up with the engine's demands, leading to frequent overheating and costly repairs. This issue was a significant drawback, as it undercut the appeal of the new V8, which otherwise offered respectable power. Beyond overheating, the V8 was known for minor but persistent mechanical problems, including oil leaks and valve issues. These added to the Chieftain's reputation for high maintenance costs and made it a burden for buyers who expected Pontiac's reputation for reliability. The interior materials used in the Chieftain did not withstand wear well, especially the seat upholstery and door panels. The fabrics and materials aged quickly, leading to visible wear, fading, and tearing, which was disappointing for buyers expecting a lasting interior. Replacing or repairing worn interior materials was an unexpected expense that frustrated owners. This issue reduced the car's resale value and added to its total cost of ownership, especially for those who wanted a car that held up over time. The Chieftain's dashboard trim and fittings were known to loosen or break, creating rattles and a low-quality feel over time. The plastic and chrome accents, while attractive initially, lacked durability and often degraded with prolonged exposure to sunlight and regular use. While positioned as an affordable mid-level car, the Chieftain's frequent need for repairs and replacements made it more costly than expected. The overheating engine, interior wear, and suspension problems compounded over time, leaving budget-conscious buyers frustrated. For buyers hoping the Chieftain would be a reliable long-term investment, its quickly degrading materials and mechanical issues were a letdown. This model's overall lack of durability often forced owners to sell or trade in the car sooner than planned. The 1955 Pontiac Chieftain promised mid-level affordability and a stylish, powerful V8, but the reality was less than ideal for many owners. With a rough ride, persistent overheating problems, and an interior prone to wear, the Chieftain turned into a high-maintenance car that quickly wore down the budgets of its owners. While it may have initially captured interest with its looks and new engine, the Chieftain ultimately stands as a cautionary example of how poor durability and reliability can detract from a vehicle's appeal over time. Number 8, 1955 Mercury Medalist. The 1955 Mercury Medalist was Mercury's entry-level model, created to offer affordability and style for budget-conscious buyers. However, in cutting costs, Mercury compromised on engine quality, fuel efficiency, and durability, three areas critical to reliability and owner satisfaction. The Medalist's rough-running engine, frequent stalling, and premature rusting quickly overshadowed its initial appeal, making it an underwhelming choice in Mercury's lineup. The Medalist was intended as a simplified version of Mercury's more premium models, making it more accessible to a broader audience. However, this budget positioning resulted in a model that was notably stripped of features and refinements. While the Medalist shared Mercury's characteristic styling and chrome details, it lacked the higher quality components found in other Mercury models, impacting both performance and longevity. The Medalist's engine was known for rough idling and erratic performance, which led to an uncomfortable driving experience. Without the smoother operation found in its higher-priced counterparts, the Medalist often felt crude and unpolished on the road. The rough operation extended to excessive engine vibrations and noise, especially at higher speeds, making for a less refined ride compared to other mid-range models from Ford and Chevrolet. The Medalist's fuel system was poorly optimized, leading to inefficient fuel consumption and frequent stalling, especially when idling or driving in stop-and-go traffic. Owners often found themselves dealing with sudden engine stalls requiring costly repairs and tune-ups. The engine's tendency to stall and the frequent need for adjustments added to its high cost of ownership, which undercut its appeal as an affordable model. For owners on a tight budget, the Medalist's stalling issues were a frustrating, recurring problem. Mercury's cost-cutting measures included using lower-quality materials, particularly in the body panels and undercarriage. As a result, the Medalist was highly susceptible to premature rusting, even within the first few years of ownership. The Medalist's rust issues were especially pronounced in humid or coastal regions, where exposure to moisture led to faster corrosion. Owners in these areas found the car's exterior and underbody quickly deteriorating, requiring costly rust treatments or replacements. To keep the price low, the Medalist featured a stripped-down interior with minimal amenities and basic trim materials. Unfortunately, these materials did not withstand regular use well, with upholstery and dash materials showing signs of wear far sooner than expected. With such limited durability in both exterior and interior components, the Medalist offered little in terms of long-term value, and many owners found themselves needing to replace or repair parts more frequently than anticipated. The Medalist's engine stalling, inefficient fuel system, and rust issues required ongoing maintenance and repairs that were costly for budget-conscious buyers. Though it was intended to be affordable, the Medalist's hidden maintenance needs eroded any financial advantage. The model's tendency to rust and require frequent repairs also meant it had a low resale value, which frustrated owners who hoped for a reasonable return on investment. The 1955 Mercury Medalist offered an affordable entry into the Mercury lineup, but it came with significant trade-offs. Between the rough-running engine, frequent stalling, and rust issues, the Medalist left many owners regretting their choice. While it may have initially attracted buyers with its low price and Mercury badge, the Medalist's lack of refinement and durability made it a costly choice in the long run. As a result, the Medalist serves as a reminder that the sacrifices made to achieve affordability can sometimes cost owners more in maintenance and repairs than they saved on the purchase price. Number 7. 1955 Willys Aero. The 1955 Willys Aero was marketed as a practical and affordable compact car aimed at drivers seeking a smaller, economical option in a market dominated by larger vehicles. However, its underpowered engine, basic interior, and structural weaknesses quickly tarnished its appeal. The Aero's poor durability and reliability issues made it a difficult choice for buyers, especially when better-built alternatives were available from other manufacturers. As a compact car, the Aero had a smaller size and weight compared to other 1955 models, positioning it as a more economical choice. However, Willys compromised significantly on interior features and material quality to achieve this low-cost, small-frame design. While the Aero's compact size appealed to a niche market, it struggled to compete with models from larger manufacturers, which offered more robust builds and better-equipped interiors. The Aero's engine was notably underpowered, especially compared to competitors, resulting in sluggish acceleration and poor performance on inclines or highways. Drivers often found the car to be frustratingly slow, making it unsuitable for long-distance travel or high-speed driving. With its limited horsepower, the Aero struggled to meet the expectations of drivers accustomed to vehicles with more robust engines. This lack of power, combined with its compact frame, made it feel insubstantial on the road, reducing confidence in its handling and stability. In an effort to keep the car lightweight and affordable, Willys used a weaker frame that often developed cracks under stress. This structural flaw was especially noticeable in models that saw frequent or extended use, causing serious durability concerns for Aero owners. Structural damage was not only difficult to repair, but also added unexpected expenses, often outpacing the value of the vehicle itself. The frame's weakness deterred buyers who prioritized durability, as the Aero's design flaws made it a costly and impractical investment for many. The Aero's interior was exceedingly minimal, lacking the comfort features that were becoming standard in other 1955 models. Willys opted for basic materials, resulting in an interior that wore down quickly and added little to the car's appeal. Given the car's low price, the bare-bones interior may have been expected, but the lack of features ultimately reduced the Aero's attractiveness. Buyers often felt they were sacrificing too much comfort and quality in exchange for an affordable compact vehicle. The Aero's structural weaknesses and basic features earned it a poor reputation for reliability. Owners often faced significant repairs due to cracked frames or struggling engines, which made the car an impractical choice for those who couldn't afford frequent repairs. Because of its underwhelming performance and durability issues, the Willys Aero struggled to retain resale value. Many owners found it difficult to offload the car, and those in the market for used vehicles often opted for more reliable alternatives from Ford, Chevrolet, or Plymouth. The 1955 Willys Aero may have presented itself as a budget-friendly, compact option, but its underpowered engine, basic interior, and structural weaknesses made it a poor investment. The Aero's poor durability, especially the frame's tendency to crack, outweighed any advantages its compact design might have offered. For buyers on a tight budget, the Aero's frequent need for repairs and lack of long-term reliability ultimately made it an unattractive choice, pushing many to seek more robust and well-built alternatives. Number 6. 1955 DeSoto Firedome. The 1955 DeSoto Firedome promised power and style with its V8 engine and sleek design, appealing to drivers looking for a car with a little more edge. However, this bold design came with significant drawbacks. Known for handling difficulties and fuel inefficiency, the Firedome often left its owners frustrated. While the Firedome was intended as a statement vehicle, these issues ultimately limited its appeal and longevity in the market. The Firedome's styling and V8 engine were designed to capture attention, positioning it as a strong, powerful presence on the road. DeSoto aimed to give the Firedome an edge with both visual appeal and a robust engine. Unfortunately, the focus on style and power came at the expense of practicality. The Firedome's aggressive design was not complemented by engineering improvements to match its performance demands, resulting in poor handling and high maintenance needs. The Firedome's V8 engine was notorious for its poor fuel efficiency, even for the standards of the time. Its fuel consumption was high, placing a financial burden on owners who hoped for better range and fuel economy. Along with high fuel use, the Firedome's fuel system frequently malfunctioned, causing stalling issues that left drivers stranded. The combination of a thirsty engine and unreliable fuel system components meant that the car was prone to unexpected breakdowns, adding to the cost and frustration of ownership. The Firedome's stalling issues were often linked to carburetor and fuel pump problems, which required regular repairs or replacements. The expense of keeping the V8 running smoothly was considerable, deterring budget-conscious drivers and reducing the car's practicality. These mechanical issues not only made the car costly to maintain, but also significantly reduced its longevity. Many Firedome owners found the vehicle quickly became a financial burden, and repair costs often outweighed the vehicle's value over time. Despite its powerful engine, the Firedome was notoriously difficult to handle at higher speeds. Its lack of stability at faster speeds created a sense of insecurity, particularly when cornering or maneuvering on highways. The car's suspension system struggled to support its heavy engine and bulky frame, leading to unpredictable handling and increased wear on components. This made the Firedome a challenge for drivers seeking a responsive, reliable experience behind the wheel. The Firedome's handling flaws meant drivers had to exert more effort to keep the car under control, especially on uneven roads or during quick maneuvers. This lack of precision reduced driver confidence, and many found the car challenging to drive safely under normal conditions. Owners faced significant expenses to keep the Firedome operational due to its stalling issues, high fuel consumption, and suspension wear. These ongoing costs added up, leaving many feeling the car was more of a liability than an asset. The Firedome's reputation for handling problems and high maintenance costs made it difficult to sell, and buyers in the used market often hesitated to purchase a car known for its unreliability and performance issues. As other car manufacturers released more practical and reliable options, the Firedome's appeal dwindled. Its limited usability and high maintenance needs made it an unattractive choice compared to alternatives from Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge. The 1955 DeSoto Firedome was a bold but flawed model that promised power but failed to deliver a reliable driving experience. Its inefficient V8 engine, poor handling at higher speeds, and frequent mechanical issues left many owners feeling dissatisfied. Although its striking design initially attracted attention, the Firedome's practical shortcomings ultimately undermined its success. For budget-conscious buyers, the high maintenance costs, low resale value, and persistent performance issues made it a poor investment in the long run. Number 5. 1955 Hudson Hornet. The 1955 Hudson Hornet aimed to build on the legacy of earlier Hornet models, which had achieved a celebrated status in NASCAR and among car enthusiasts. However, with the 1955 model, a shift in production following Hudson's merger with Nash Kelvinator resulted in inconsistent quality and performance. Fit and finish issues, a problematic engine, and poor fuel economy due to a bulky design plagued the model, ultimately tarnishing the Hornet's reputation and alienating buyers. The 1955 Hudson Hornet marked a significant shift as it was manufactured under American Motors Corporation, AMC, after the Hudson-Nash merger. While AMC aimed to retain Hudson's performance-driven image, the Hornet's design and engineering faced challenges as production was consolidated. The new Hudson models shared platforms and parts with Nash vehicles, resulting in a bulkier design that sacrificed the sleek, performance-focused style of the original Hornet. This change alienated loyal fans and impacted its appeal among performance car enthusiasts. The 1955 Hornet suffered from inconsistent quality control, with many parts not fitting well, particularly in the interior and exterior panels. Misaligned doors, loose fittings, and uneven seams were common complaints, contributing to an overall perception of poor craftsmanship. The rapid production adjustments after the merger led to quality issues that were difficult to overlook. As a result, owners found themselves dealing with rattling interiors, mismatched panels, and a general lack of refinement. The new design shared with Nash models was noticeably bulkier than previous Hudsons, resulting in a less agile look and feel. While the Hornet's classic style had once been its strong suit, the bulky frame in 1955 detracted from its former sleek, performance-oriented design. The heavier, bulkier frame also led to worsened aerodynamics, which affected both speed and fuel efficiency, making the Hornet less desirable for buyers looking for both performance and fuel economy. The 1955 Hornet's engine, while still a powerful straight-six, was prone to frequent issues with reliability. The engine suffered from inconsistent performance, with many owners reporting frequent misfires, rough idling, and a lack of power compared to prior models. The Hornet required frequent tuning and maintenance, adding to the cost and inconvenience for owners who expected a smoother experience. The inconsistency in engine quality led to frustration, especially given the car's price point. The Hornet's heavier frame and inefficient aerodynamics made it a gas guzzler, even by 1950s standards. For budget-conscious buyers, this poor fuel economy was a major downside, as the Hornet offered little incentive in terms of savings at the pump. The weight and bulk of the new design, combined with the engine's unreliable performance, resulted in sluggish acceleration and a lack of power, especially noticeable on highways. This was a far cry from the agile and responsive handling that the original Hudson Hornet had been known for. Many fans of the Hudson brand were disappointed by the 1955 Hornet's shift in style and performance, feeling that the model no longer lived up to its racing heritage. This shift alienated loyalists who had once admired the Hornet for its performance prowess. The Hornet's fit and finish issues, paired with its engine problems, resulted in lower resale values, as buyers were wary of the model's reputation for inconsistent quality. The bulkier frame and poor fuel efficiency further contributed to its diminished appeal on the used market. By compromising its signature qualities, Hudson lost its competitive edge in the performance market, leaving it in a precarious position within AMC's lineup. Competing models from Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge offered more reliable options without the Hornet's drawbacks, reducing the Hornet's appeal among value-driven buyers. The 1955 Hudson Hornet serves as a cautionary tale of how quality control issues and compromises in design can erode a brand's legacy. The car's bulky build, inconsistent assembly quality, and problematic engine left buyers dissatisfied and disillusioned with what was once a proud, performance-oriented model. The Hornet's transformation from a revered racing icon to an inefficient, unreliable model highlights the risks of drastic production changes, particularly during a brand merger. For those in search of a reliable, agile vehicle, the 1955 Hudson Hornet was a disappointment, one that failed to honor its celebrated heritage. Number 4. 1955 Cadillac Series 62. The 1955 Cadillac Series 62 embodied Cadillac's prestigious reputation with its sleek design, spacious interior, and powerful V8 engine. Positioned as a luxury vehicle, it was expected to deliver Cadillac's renowned smooth performance and high status. However, behind the glamour, the Series 62 had some notable flaws: frequent oil leaks, overheating problems, and a high appetite for fuel made ownership challenging, especially for buyers hoping for Cadillac style without Cadillac-level maintenance costs. These issues meant that while the Series 62 carried undeniable curb appeal, it came with ongoing costs that turned some budget-conscious owners away. The Series 62 was a staple of Cadillac's lineup in the 1950s, offering a striking blend of size, elegance, and performance. This model was Cadillac's way of making luxury more accessible without sacrificing the brand's signature look and feel. Styled with the era's popular tail fins, chrome accents, and sweeping lines, the Series 62 turned heads on the street. Its interior was equally grand, with plush seating and a well-finished dashboard, promising an elevated driving experience. Equipped with a 331 cubic inch V8, the Series 62 delivered significant power, a feature that made Cadillac a status symbol. However, as attractive as the engine specs seemed on paper, the performance was undercut by mechanical issues that Cadillac owners weren't expecting. Owners of the Series 62 often found themselves dealing with frequent oil leaks from the V8 engine. Gasket and seal issues were common, leading to not only messy driveways but also a steady decline in oil levels, which required constant refilling and added to maintenance costs. Overheating was another recurring problem, especially during warm weather or in slow-moving traffic. The cooling system struggled to keep the powerful engine at a stable temperature, resulting in frequent overheating that left some owners stranded or facing costly repairs. Cadillac's V8 engine design was both complex and heavy, making repairs and regular maintenance an expensive proposition. For buyers who stretched to afford a Cadillac, the high cost of upkeep often proved prohibitive, detracting from the intended luxury experience. At a time when fuel efficiency was low across the board, the Series 62 was among the thirstiest. Its substantial fuel consumption was in line with Cadillac's focus on power over economy, but for budget-conscious owners, it was an unrelenting burden on the wallet. The Series 62's 331 V8 was known for its strength, but it guzzled fuel at an alarming rate, even by mid-century standards. The car's weight combined with the engine's power made it particularly inefficient, requiring frequent refueling and driving up ownership costs. While luxury and fuel efficiency don't often go hand in hand, the Series 62's fuel requirements posed a strain on owners who had anticipated the prestige of a Cadillac without fully understanding the associated operating expenses. Cadillac's move to make luxury more accessible through the Series 62 backfired somewhat due to the model's operating expenses. For many working-class or budget-conscious owners, the Cadillac ownership dream soured as they faced high ongoing costs. Buyers who aspired to own a Cadillac, even at the entry level, expected the car to embody the reliability and prestige the brand was known for. With the Series 62, mechanical issues and running costs created disillusionment, particularly among first-time Cadillac buyers. For Cadillac, a brand largely defined by luxury and quality, these mechanical setbacks were an unexpected flaw that tarnished the Series 62's appeal and made some buyers question the brand's reliability. While the Cadillac Series 62 maintained a high resale value due to its status, the associated maintenance costs and reliability issues made it less attractive on the used market for budget-conscious buyers. The reputation for costly upkeep stuck with the Series 62, dampening its appeal over time. The 1955 Cadillac Series 62 was a blend of luxury and performance, overshadowed by operational flaws that created headaches for owners. Frequent oil leaks, overheating issues, and high fuel consumption turned what was supposed to be a luxury experience into a costly endeavor. While the Series 62 looked the part of a Cadillac, its high maintenance costs and reliability issues left some budget-conscious buyers disillusioned, illustrating that prestige sometimes comes with a price, one not every buyer was prepared to pay. Number 3. 1955 Packard Clipper. The 1955 Packard Clipper was positioned as an affordable luxury vehicle with ample space and comfort, yet it struggled to keep up with competitors in performance and reliability. With its sleek mid-century styling and spacious interior, the Clipper appeared to offer both elegance and practicality. However, lackluster performance, frequent electrical issues, and a high need for repairs overshadowed its appeal. For buyers on a budget who were hoping for a long-lasting vehicle, the Clipper's challenges often became a costly ordeal. The Clipper was designed to give mid-range buyers a taste of the Packard brand's high-end feel without the cost of a top-tier model. Its roomy interior, comfortable ride, and stylish exterior gave it a sense of prestige that appealed to status-conscious consumers. By 1955, Packard was struggling to compete with more popular brands. The Clipper was meant to attract buyers looking for a distinctive car that wasn't as common as Chevrolet or Ford models. However, it fell short of delivering the durability that these competitors offered. The Clipper's engine struggled to match the weight and size of the car, leaving it underpowered and sluggish. Drivers often found it frustratingly slow to accelerate, which affected the overall driving experience, especially on highways or hilly roads. One of the Clipper's most notorious flaws was its unreliable electrical system. Frequent malfunctions in the wiring, gauges, and even the starter meant that the car often needed to be checked by mechanics, sometimes leaving owners stranded unexpectedly. Issues with the battery and alternator were also common, leading to inconsistent performance and difficulty starting the vehicle. For a car marketed as reliable transportation, these problems became a frequent inconvenience for owners. Beyond the electrical issues, the Clipper often needed regular maintenance on various components. Repairs were frequent and could be costly, which made the Clipper a burdensome choice for buyers who had hoped for low upkeep. Given Packard's declining market presence, finding replacement parts for the Clipper could be challenging and expensive, further adding to its owner's frustrations. The Clipper was a large car with an engine that simply didn't deliver the necessary horsepower for smooth performance. The slow acceleration and lack of responsiveness made it feel heavy and sluggish, especially when compared to similarly priced cars from other brands. The car's handling was also lackluster, with the braking system sometimes feeling insufficient for the car's size and weight. This made driving the Clipper less enjoyable and less practical for everyday use. The Clipper's maintenance needs quickly added up, particularly for lower-income buyers who expected a reliable car. Electrical problems, combined with the engine's demands, made upkeep a financial burden, counteracting the car's appeal as an affordable luxury option. Owners often found their Clipper spending significant time in the shop. This unreliability made it impractical for buyers needing consistent transportation, as the car was often out of commission when repairs were needed. Packard's reputation had suffered in the market by the mid-1950s, and the Clipper, instead of revitalizing the brand, further harmed its image due to its reliability issues. This made Packard seem out of step with competitors, producing durable, low-maintenance vehicles. The 1955 Packard Clipper was a car that promised luxury and elegance, but delivered mixed results. While it offered comfort and style, its underpowered engine, frequent electrical issues, and high maintenance needs left many owners disillusioned. For budget-conscious buyers hoping to enjoy the prestige of the Packard name, the Clipper proved to be a costly and often frustrating investment. Number 2. 1955 Plymouth Savoy. The 1955 Plymouth Savoy was designed as an entry-level vehicle, appealing to buyers who needed an affordable car with basic features. While its price point was attractive, it came with a host of issues that made it less desirable in the long run. Known for its minimalist interior, noisy engine, and rough suspension, the Savoy often left its owners regretting their purchase. Although it was economical for the time, its ride quality and overall driving experience were far from satisfying, making it a less than ideal choice for those seeking comfort or reliability. As one of the lower-priced models in Plymouth's lineup, the Savoy offered few luxuries. It was equipped with basic features that were aimed at budget-conscious buyers, and its interior was stripped down, lacking the creature comforts found in more expensive cars. This simplicity made it a bare-bones choice for those needing a basic commuter car. While its affordable price tag made it an attractive option for families and those on a tight budget, the Savoy was soon known for its lack of refinement in terms of both comfort and performance. The Savoy's engine was notorious for being noisy, with rattling sounds common, especially at idle or under acceleration. This constant mechanical noise was a major drawback, particularly for drivers seeking a quieter, smoother ride. In addition to the noise, the engine's performance was often described as unrefined, with a roughness that detracted from the driving experience. The lack of smooth acceleration and overall refinement made it feel less like a polished vehicle and more like a utilitarian machine. The Savoy's suspension system was criticized for being too stiff, which led to a rough and uncomfortable ride. Even on relatively smooth roads, the car struggled to provide a comfortable driving experience, as the hard suspension didn't absorb bumps and uneven surfaces effectively. The lack of suspension refinement translated into unsettled handling, making the Savoy difficult to drive on rough or uneven roads. Passengers in the back, in particular, would experience the worst of the rough ride, further diminishing its appeal. Besides the engine noise, the Savoy had a history of mechanical reliability issues. The engine's performance could be inconsistent, with reports of hard starting and poor fuel efficiency. Regular maintenance was often required to keep the vehicle running smoothly, which could add to the cost of ownership over time. The car's minimalist interior and basic construction, while keeping costs down, led to some cheap-feeling materials. The interior wear was quick, and owners found themselves dealing with rattling parts and poorly fitted panels. The 1955 Plymouth Savoy was an affordable option for buyers seeking a basic, no-frills car. However, its noisy engine, stiff suspension, and lack of interior comfort made it a far less appealing option for those seeking a more pleasant driving experience. Although it served the purpose of providing an inexpensive means of transportation, the rough ride and mechanical issues made it a less than ideal choice for long-term ownership. For buyers on a budget, the Savoy may have been economical up front, but it didn't deliver the comfort or smooth performance that would keep drivers satisfied in the long run. Number 1955 Oldsmobile 88. The 1955 Oldsmobile 88 was a popular full-size car known for its powerful rocket V8 engine, which offered impressive acceleration and speed. However, beneath the appeal of its performance, the 88 came with significant reliability issues that plagued owners. The car was notorious for transmission failures, rust problems, and escalating repair costs, which made it a challenging option for buyers who sought affordable, long-term transportation. The 1955 Oldsmobile 88 was equipped with the Rocket 88 V8 engine, which became famous for its power and smooth performance. At the time, this engine was one of the most advanced, offering excellent acceleration and a fast top speed, making the Oldsmobile 88 a standout in its class. The 88's performance was a key selling point, offering a more dynamic driving experience than many of its competitors. However, despite its engine power, the car was far from perfect when it came to reliability and long-term durability. One of the most well-known issues with the 1955 Oldsmobile 88 was its transmission, which was prone to frequent failures. Owners often reported problems with slipping gears, rough shifting, and total gearbox breakdowns. This could lead to costly repairs, especially given the complexity of the transmission system at the time. With the car's powertrain being integral to its performance, transmission issues were a major setback. The cost of transmission repairs or replacement could easily surpass the value of the car, leading many owners to reconsider their purchase over time. The body rust in the 1955 Oldsmobile 88 was a significant problem. Many owners found that the car's body began to rust prematurely, especially in the wheel wells, undercarriage, and around the doors. Rust issues worsened over time and affected the car's overall appearance and structural integrity. Rust not only detracted from the car's aesthetic, but also led to expensive bodywork repairs. For budget-conscious buyers, the ongoing need to address rust was a constant source of frustration, leading to higher maintenance costs and diminishing the car's long-term value. As with many cars from the era, the 1955 Oldsmobile 88 required regular upkeep, and its reputation for mechanical failures made it a costly car to maintain. The transmission failures, rust issues, and other mechanical problems could quickly add up in repair costs, turning what initially seemed like an affordable option into a financial burden. While the Rocket V8 engine offered great power, it came with a downside in fuel efficiency. Additionally, the mechanical issues, combined with rust problems, meant that owners were frequently dealing with downtime and additional expenses to keep the car running. The 1955 Oldsmobile 88 was a car that offered impressive power and a strong driving experience, thanks to its Rocket V8 engine. However, its transmission issues, body rust, and escalating repair costs made it a less than ideal choice for budget-conscious drivers seeking long-term reliability. While the 88 had its performance advantages, it also presented a series of financial challenges, making it a costly investment for those who had hoped for an affordable, reliable vehicle. For many, the initial appeal of its speed and power was overshadowed by the ongoing expenses of maintenance and repairs.